Denver police cite an elderly driver who hit two boys. This was the scene from last Wednesday near McWilliams Park. It was heartbreaking to see, with the kids' bike and skateboards just lying on the ground there. Denver 7 reporter Lance Hernandez learning more about that accident today. And Lance, sadly, one of those victims, 13-year-old Cole Suckle, died.
Molly, police just released the accident report today. We learned that he was with two other friends. They were on their way to Slavens Elementary School when the suspect, Patricia Ann Livingston, struck two of them and continued driving. She ended up in this park. You can see where she plowed through the creek and tore up the grass.
He just said she was going fast.
Kenny Gert's son Asher was with the two boys who were hit. He says Asher was on the sidewalk, Jack riding on the curb, and Cole a little behind them in the bike lane.
He really doesn't want to talk about the actual after the accident.
Police say Livingston was swerving in and out of the traffic lane, struck the boys, then continued on to McNichols Park, where she crashed through the creek and stopped near this picnic table. Cole Suckle died the following day.
Well, I mean, it's almost too late now, isn't it?
Matt Boyles says the same suspect hit his pickup 9 months ago and didn't stop.
Well, we were on the phone with Denver non-emergency, and we're following her. We saw her nearly hit a jogger and a runner, as well as, kind of veering into oncoming traffic. And so we had decided that it was probably best if she not be driving.
We asked police whether Livingston was arrested for that hit and run. Police say she was not, because there were no independent witnesses, and her son told them she was experiencing difficulties and he was going to get her a driver, and the other driver didn't want to press charges. I asked about Colorado's testing requirements for elderly drivers.
The only requirement for those 65 and older are that they either renew in person or by mail, and they have that option every other time. But those 65 and older cannot renew online.
DMV also told me that anyone 65 and over has to take an eye exam every time they renew. Even if they renew by mail, they have to send in certified test results. By the way, I asked if anybody has to take a driver's portion of this test and was told only those involved, only anyone of any age involved in two accidents or more over a 3-year period, or any fatal accident must retake the driver's portion of that test. Reporting live in Southeast Denver, Lance Hernandez, Denver 7.
Such a sad story. All right, Lance. And Cole Suckle's friends and classmates spent the day talking to counselors at the school and walking yellow roses up to the memorial site where he was hit on his bike. His parents tell us the color yellow fits him best. His mother wrote a poem calling him the color yellow because he was sunshine and was always the peacekeeper. His father says he's one of the most accepting people he's ever met, and the family is gracious for the outpouring of support by the community and says his smile will never be forgotten.
Cole was, his mom used to always say that Cole was yellow if he could be a color, because he was so incredibly happy.
He would want us to all just kind of keep our heads up, and even though he knows we're all going to miss him and we all loved him, he wouldn't want us to, he'd want us to all live happy lives.
Now, that memorial continues to grow at an intersection neighbors say is very dangerous. The family wants to make that stretch safer, and we'll have more on that tonight at 6.